Hannah. You go first.
What are you planning on swimming both events tomorrow that you entered in?
Yeah. Every event that I'm entered in this meet, I plan on swimming all of it. Yeah, I plan on swimming every event that I'm entered in.
But no 400 IM.
No 400 IM. We were just talking about that. We'll leave it for the young kids to swim.
Can you just talk? I feel like I ask you this like every month, but like what your status is with that race, Dave's here, and how you guys are negotiating whether or not you will plan on doing that, you know, in Omaha.
I mean, I think it's still open. And that idea of me swimming the 400 is not out of the question. So, but we're just gonna have to look at all my event schedule and see what events I'm gonna swim in to where I can swim my best I can. But yeah, 4 a.m. is definitely not out of the question.
Do you want to swim it?
Yeah, no, 4 a.m. is like one of the hardest races. You know, it's a challenge, especially being as old as I am. It's definitely going to be a challenge, and the event schedule that I have coming up for the rest of the meet. So, I mean, I'll just have to take each day at a time, and we'll see what happens. Because I know what 4 a.m. is on the first day, so we'll see.
I think his training is, you know, his training kind of splits hair right down the middle between being fast and like keeping 100 speed and doing enough endurance. And the good news is, just like all the pros on the deck right now, including the older guys, they're all dialed in this year and now. You know, so it's, I think he's certainly capable of being very competitive before I am, but it's a calculation of the whole program nowadays for a guy like Ryan. And then with the Olympics you added relays, so it's I think that at this point, I think he's just coming to practice and working hard every day and making that call as it gets closer.
How much have you guys, we've been asking everyone, how much have you guys been paying attention to what's happening around the world and all the trials?
I'm not really paying much attention to it, just because, I guess it doesn't really matter until Rio. So how fast they're swimming or how slow they're swimming. I mean, to me, I just got to keep worrying about myself. And when the time comes in Rio, that's when we'll know. So
I'm paying a lot of attention.
What are your
some people have my attention. So it's a beautiful year in swimming, right? So it's one of those years where you can sort of lay dormant for a while, and this year just explode. And you've seen a little bit of that going on. Maybe not as much as I sort of thought so far. Although Haguenau and the Australian sprinters, really impressive. And you don't know who's. I don't know if the Australian backstrokers came all the way down again, because I'm pretty sure they knew they were going to make the team. The interesting one was the French trials. I think they felt like they were going to go a little faster. Kelsey Morrill's over there, and just saw at the airport today, and she said it's really kind of sad because these people were breaking national records and not making the cut for the trip. Hopefully, the French officials let those guys go on the trip, because France has really come on as a world strength powerhouse in swimming, and they need to be in the meet. We need to have all the best people in the world at the meet in the Olympics.
Have you been paying close attention to the times for the 100 and 200 freeze? I mean, relay?
Yeah.
And
Australia adds up fast.
Phillips had said earlier that this is definitely his last Olympics. Have you thought about it, right? Or are you going for it 4 years after Rio?
I think Phelps said that in 2012, so I'm not really believing him. But I don't know if this will be my last Olympics or not. I did say I will stop swimming once I stop having fun, and right now I'm having a blast though. So I don't see myself really quitting anytime soon.
Ryan, do you remember seeing anybody your age now when you were a young guy, and what did you think of the older guys when you were
You know, one that definitely sticks out is Ryan Murphy. I've just seen him develop as like one of the world's greatest backstrokers. So it's pretty awesome to watch him because he's a Florida boy too. So I've known him for a while, and just seeing the improvements that he's made every year, and especially this big year leading into Rio. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Ryan, where are you at mentally right now in the whole build up to Rio?
I'm good. I mean, I'm definitely, my training has been a lot better in the past, leading, this season has been a lot better than my previous years. So I'm kind of excited to see what I can go at the end of the season.
Have you gone back to some of your old techniques that you were using like 4 years ago, like with the tires and things like that, or are you doing other things now?
I'm doing other things like boxing. I'm starting to do that. I do that probably twice or 3 times a week. So other than that, with the tire flips and anything like that, I'm not really doing that. Maybe if I'm still sore after this summer, I'll go back to it. It's just something different and fun. So we'll see.
And how's your right hook?
My right hook. I got a mean right hook.
Dave, what have you seen from him at his age and his appetite for training when he came in with you?
Well, I think this is the best year that he's trained since I've coached him, and it's been consistent with all the guys that I have. They're 26, 27 and up. It really, there's nothing like the Olympic year to get their attention, and as a coach, you kind of hope it comes earlier than in the Olympic year. But the reality is, they're as long as they hit the proper crescendo and we're able to kind of go quality off of that, and then rest properly into the trials. And keep in mind, this is the U.S., so you have to make it through the trials first. And so I think we like to look past the Rio, but that would be really dumb. So we need to stay right here. Give me one good analogy for Ryan when you ask if he was going to keep swimming beyond this, but it's like I told a group, we had some campers in last week and doing a camp, and I was explaining to them, because they were asking, well, what makes Ryan so special? I said, well, when you're sitting inside the Latin school pool, Nicole, your famous facility where you choke off your swimming, but we had a little meeting in there. We were talking about how hard you have to work, how da-da-da-da. And I said, what makes Ryan a little bit different is when he's in the water working hard, he's probably his most happy. And you just sense that that's the place he likes to be. And I said, walk out in the front of this building, you'll see in his Speedo picture in the front of the Latin school, he's in the middle of a training set, obviously, and he's got a little smirk on his face in the set. And I don't know if he's giving grief to Tyler or Pelham or somebody, or if it's just on a day when he was in the middle of a long set. But the photographer caught him basically smiling while he's training, and that's what I've probably enjoyed about him the most. And I don't think he's lost any of that compared to what he had in Daytona, in Gainesville, and it's just a different version of it in Charlotte. And I think it'll be that way the rest of his life. I would think he'll do master swimming. I would think he'll swim a long time.
I read something that you still on Friday nights eats on Queens. Is that true?
Yes, that is very true.
Some habits die hard.
Yeah, I mean, that's a family tradition, and every Friday since I was 8 years old, I have pizza and wings. I think I've missed it maybe 6 times in my life, so gotta keep it going.
Brian, what is, you mentioned boxing, what does boxing add to your regimen?
For me, I like variety. I need something different all the time. Once I start doing the same thing over and over, I just get bored, and it becomes not interesting anymore. But like boxing is just it's another workout. It's a hard workout, and I think I love that point where I just beat my body up, where I'm exhausted. Like, I love going to that point. And I mean, it's fun. And I get to take my aggression.
Do you feel like there's maybe less attention or less pressure on you going into trials, and if you make it real than there was, say, 4 years ago? And if so, is there a benefit to that?
There is, I would say there is less pressure going into these Olympic Games. And I think it's just because of my past couple of years haven't really been where I needed to be. I wanted to swim a lot better. So I think, and now that Michael's back and everything, I think I'm back to being like the underdog. And there's so many young swimmers that are up and coming that are just swimming amazingly. And I haven't really done anything in the past couple of years. But now that I'm back in shape, I'm training hard, it's going to be interesting to see what I can do this summer.